Boa tarde, boa tarde. Genshin, temporada nova. Missão do Arconte. Deixa eu habilitar o som aqui. Opa. Deixa eu ver. Já já aparece aí. Aí. Calma aí. Vou me lá mexer nessa coisa aqui. Sempre carrega esse FPS, não tem jeito. Cara, a gente pode rushar a missão do Arconte. Tem essa opção, né? Ou não, então. Acho que eu tinha chegado, eu só vi hoje, ontem, né? Eu vi ontem. E vou dar um tempinho de gold e fall, né, velho? Pra repensar. Ah, eu não sei se eu mostrei pra vocês, mas eu tirei o carinha aqui, ó, dele. Aqui. Tirei ele. Bota o pá, né? E ó, tá full, hein? Kit completo. Consegui pegar a arma e o negócio dele. Falta o pá, né? Como falta pra muito boneco, aí fica complicado, né? Personagem nova. E já tem uma opção de continuar a historinha, ó. Falta só essas duas. Essa aqui a gente já fez, só falta essas duas pra gente completar. Eu tô pensando aqui se a gente faz esse main game aqui, né? Astro do tesouro. Depois eu faço em off e ele já ruxa a missão, né? Iniciativa. Acho que eu já vou pra missão do Arconte. Vou fazer essa daqui em off. Elas duas estão aqui, né? Vou testar, né? Sempre começa testando, vamos testar. Derrote. Ela fica no patins. Será que ela escala a parede, né? Ela escala, velho. Descendo. É de costa, legal, hein? Também. Não, eu quero ficar de costa agora. Legal, gostei dela. Vou usar. Cara, hein? Não sei se eu vou usar. Deixa eu ver como é que funciona aqui dela, gente. Isso aqui. É, tipo, é interessante o jeito que ela se move e tal. Ok. Já? Já não tem dano, mano. Vamos subir. Parece que ela na parede. E foi, acabou o negócio, né? Logo na parte que ela tava. Vai acabar rápido. Fazem. Não sei muito bem o que aconteceu dela, não.
Let the mountain's veins boil.
Sei muito bem o que
No, my sword.
dizer sobre ela, né?
All right. Bring
Eu
it.
preferia os outros modos de teste de personagem do que esse aqui, né? Queria ver ela andando pra trás, ó, só que ela não anda pra trás. Agora aquela hora que ela tá descendo. Não anda.
Ring cutter. All right. Let engraved names echo.
Ela deu um combinho ali bonitinho, né?
Motion to compel.
Também. Consegui mexer.
Time for your arraignment. Let the mountain's veins boil.
Ela bate de geia, velho.
Bring
Eu
it.
entendi, né? Eu, quando eu bato ali o negócio, acaba.
Nice and spicy. Let engraved names echo.
Ainda tem você.
Witness the power of Coalla. Huh? No, my soul.
Toma.
Let the mountain's veins boil.
Acabou. Completei, não completei, velho.
You're toast. Ring cutter.
Vai tomando.
Hear the echoes of the valley.
Não, eu quero ver outros bonecos, né? Vamos ver ela. Provavelmente não vou roletar atrás dela não, velho.
Delicate as silk.
Ó. Essa daqui já é um pouquinho mais interessante. Meio que já lá.
It's nothing. I'm going in. Yeah, yeah.
Melhor sempre assim, ó. Ó o corte.
Lend me a hand.
Deixa eu ver o E dela carregado pra ver se tem alguma coisa.
Your life is mine. Give up.
Deixa eu ver se pera aí. Ó a minha bicho. Ó me
Scraps of color.
ó o corte aí, ó. Ah, só marca. Interessante, né? Essa adaga. Acho que eu vou logo iniciar a missão do Arconte, velho. E depois aquele evento ali, depois eu faço em off. É evento simples, sabe? Esse evento aqui do rastro. Depois eu faço em off. Acho que eu já vou logo com é a missão dela, né? 16 dias. A gente vai ter que fazer. Tem um novo bichinho, né? Vamos pra missão do Arconte logo e depois a gente faz o resto, né? Espere até 2 dias, tá? Dois dias se passando. Acho que passou mais de 2 dias, né? Mas vamos ver, hein?
Things have
Sim,
been
a gente
looking
tem
really
que falar.
rough for Natlan lately. There are more and
É muito. Ah lá, voltando lá pra. Nossa, tá com um zoom muito grande. Vamos continuar a história do Arconte, né? Depois eu
just
faço a
waiting
missão
around won't do us
secundária.
any good.
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
Ah, you two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action.
Isso levará a tempo de resposta mais rápido.
Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break.
Mas a ameaça do abismo ainda está longe de se encerrar. Mas quanto menos trabalho a gente aceitar, menos vamos ganhar.
Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
Também espero que o dia de paz venha logo. Ah, Kachina.
Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you
Kachina.
feeling better now?
Ué, por que ela tá sem a voz? Ih, deu algum problema aí, hein? Acho que ela tá com a voz, hein? Tudo que ela faz. Por que ela tá sem... Impressionante, Katina. Se esforça demais. Não sei se bugou ou se foi um erro aí, hein? Mas eu acho que ela tá falando.
Wow! So we'll finally get to meet Shilonen, the legendary forger of
Será que
ancient
bugou pra
names.
mim, velho?
Paimon
Todo
still
mundo
can't
fica
believe
falando, eu vou ter que dar
anyone could forge those things.
verificar os arquivos, né? Ou bugou legal. Vai botar todo mundo com voz. Vamos ver se só é um problema com ela ou é com todo mundo. Então devemos agradecer a ela direitinho por nos conhecer. Meio duro quando tá assim, né? Acho
Hey,
que só
have
bugou
some
mesmo.
confidence in yourself, Kachina.
Eles
After
são
all, you're already a
curiosos de
victor of the
você.
Night Warden Wars.
Você é o futuro da sua tribo. Até da fumaça dos espelhos. Ou até não, além da fumaça dos espelhos. O lugar da missão está ocupado por missões de tesouros. Está ocupado por missão de tesouro. É isso aqui, ó. Vamos ter que fazer isso aqui, velho, pra liberar. A gente continuar seguindo. Então, no final das contas, vamos ter que fazer de todo jeito o do tesouro agora, né? Como é que tá a nossa vida aqui, velho? Ó, o novo capítulo, ó. Nível 2, ó. A reputação aumentou. Comida. Isso daqui, né? Muito especial. Ó, interessante, hein? Interessante. Deixa eu ir embora. Consigo pular aqui? Tá lá em cima. Nunca mais é o T, né? Calma aí. Aqui é. Olha com quem é. Vou esperar te ver aqui. Viajante, pai. Ela é da missão lá, né? Todos de Natlan conhecem como Shilonen. Assim que fala o nome dela. As incríveis habilidades de sua fama como forjadora de nome. Eu já consegui criar nomes antigos, é o dever incomparável. E fora dessas habilidades. Bom. Vai admirando a música. Então foi aqui que você decidiu contribuir. Me mostre. Parece bem valiosa. Mas não é só isso. É uma pérola de mel de flogista. Com padrões peculiares. Com tantas novas quanto escassas. Vai ter que caçar tesoura. Pelo visto, tô sentindo, né? A maioria delas era um cliente da loja de joias, tá? Bem pensei nisso, então eu quebrei uma e descobri uma que possuía uma energia abissal, tá? Quantas vítimas? Como estão agora? Abaixo concentrações lutou em aflições bem pequenas, tá? Não tem nenhum efeito nas pessoas que estão mais em forma, como eu, tá? E a Catina, né? Catina, a falar Catina. Babs, oi. Vou pular isso aqui, né? Pegajosa. Aposto que a pai não tava pensando algo como pagajosas com slime. Já começou a jogar agora? Não. Não. O Arconte agora sim. A missão da Arconte sim. Eu não tô fazendo agora porque eu sou obrigado a fazer essa missão aqui do besouro, né? Precisamos acabar com a origem dessas coisas. Vou pular isso, velho. Como você planeja lidar com os insetos? A gente vai pra lá. Pra você poder esticar esse perna e não fazer nada? Tudo dentro, vambora. Eu sou obrigado a fazer ela, né? Eu ia pra missão da Arconte logo, mas... Obrigado. Chegamos. Consigo mexer a tela. Tesourinho feio, hein? Vou pular isso aqui, né? Se fosse a história da região dela, até deixava, mas... Ela tá com as ideias. Partiu caçar.
inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Vou fazer o teste, né? Testar personagem, gente. Eu não vou atrás dela não, velho. Eu... Com arma assinatura. O que tu tiga ontem, achou?
How many forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see. 1,
Faz o desafio.
2... Not...
Tem que ficar pegando os negócios, eu vou ter que bater nele. Encher meu negócio. Quase. Loguei nessa sem querer, tava logado no console.
Bring it.
Calma aí, eu tô pegando os negocinhos aqui, jogo. É. O bicho desapareceu. Vou pegar logo isso aqui, né? E aí, bichinho? Porra não, porra não. Encontrar só ter batido sem parar nele. Essa conta aqui eu só jogo com personagens que eu gosto normalmente. Eu tenho alguns que eu pego porque eu acho interessante. Teve personagem que eu peguei com uma roletada só. E as armas também. E eles são mais chatos. O novo carinha lá eu peguei ele fácil. Não, eu peguei ele difícil. Eu roletei pra caramba, mas a arminha dele eu peguei fácil, né? Ainda tem que upar ele
Benny's
ainda.
Adventure Team, assemble!
Dele.
Oh.
Prefiro personagem de corpo a corpo. Eu não uso nenhum personagem de arco e flecha, né? Mas é gosto. E tem um personagem de arco e flecha, mas eu não uso não. Cadê o bonecão? Como é que tá passando muito rápido. O de Luke. De Luke falta pra ele, né? Eu tava pensando se eu faria ou não ele. E, ó, eu peguei ele. Acho que eu peguei ele com as 50 roletadas, né? Foi 40. E peguei a arma dele de primeira, se não me engano. Ou foi com as 20, velho. Só falta upar ele e pegar as coisinhas melhor. Eu pretendo usar ele, velho. Eu acho. Vou fazer logo esses desafios
Deixa
aqui,
o
né? Já
like
que
e
estamos aqui,
inscreva-se
né?
para ajudar o canal.
Depois eu continuo a história principal.
Adventure time!
Pra lá. Em cima e embaixo. Essa personagem nova eu não vou atrás dela não, viu? Tem essa daqui, né? Que é interessante, mas... Só ver no máximo ela, mas... Eu não sei se eu vou não, né? Vou dar uma aqui. normal. Vou adiantar isso aqui, né? Olha, ele pode usar um negocinho, velho. Legal. Não sabia que ele podia usar não. Já vou usar ele, né? Cadê o bichão?
Locked up.
Ó. Vai tomando tiro. Bonito, eu vou matar eles só assim. Acabou.
My mistake.
Eu vou usar esse. Vou upar muito esse boneco, né? Vou upar muito dele, né? Gostei da mecânica dele, não sabia que ele podia usar. Eu não usei muito ele, né?
Target acquired.
Vai tomando. Ah, não deu. Tem que pegar isso aqui. Siga para áreas melhores. Ele tá muito longe, hein? Olha, tinha um negócio ali, consegui. Amanhã, o skin dele. Interessante. Legal. 2 minutos. Já bora pro próximo. Esse aqui. Ah, 17 horas. Tá bom. Você vai terminar a história principal hoje mesmo? Já dá pra gente ir já. Só que depois de terminar a história principal, a gente tem que fazer esses dois aqui, né? O único que tá faltando. Terminar a história do Arconte. Faz aquela.
Off we go!
Quem é aqui? É o grandão. Quem vai ser? A gente vai usar ele de novo? Tranquilo. Tá longe ele, hein? Eu acho que dá pra continuar subindo ainda. Não tá errado. E amigo? Calma, fica aí parado. Tomando. Ah, tô sem coisa pra prender ele, velho. Já correu, né? Amanhã, deixa eu upar meu negocinho aqui. Não, ué, tudo bugou. Ó, o negócio tá preso, ó. Bugou. Minha, vem aqui, bichinho.
10 points for agility.
Bora conversar.
Target. My mistake.
Nossa, é chato, hein? Vai tomando então. Ai, quase, hein? Vou pegar esse aqui, deu TP. Será que eu consegui aprender ele no TP? Dava, né? E aqui. Peguei, cadê ele? Não, foi muito longe. Não lugar nenhum. Não vai tomando. Ah, que isso? Eu vim pra aqui, velho. Podia ter acertado nele, velho. Vou tirar nele, velho.
Time for you to
Não,
pay
não,
the
não,
price.
deixa eu bater. Vai levantar. Merda.
I got him cornered.
Foi pra algum lugar. Não deixou eu bater nele, velho. Não deixaram. Meu tempo. Essa aqui foi mais chata de pegar, hein? Foi mais chato. Acho que preciso de mais um negócio pra prender ele, né? Já veio pra mim, então tá bom. Legal, né? Peguei. Demorou, mas peguei, né?
Let's hope you put up a
Let's
good
finish
fight.
this
Foi um erro. Não queria nem conversar com você, velho. Pra onde é?
Off we go.
Pra cá? É com a Maulane.
Carving waves.
Não demora pra bater, não. Minha bichinha. Deu. Vamos ver onde ele tá, vai. Bom que a gente pode andar pela água. Ah, mentira que não dava. aprender quando o cara tá coisa, velho. Não dava.
Need a surfboard? Faster.
Não dá pra aprender quando ele já tá deitado. Pra onde?
Let's shred, Sharky.
Pegamos. Foi mais rápido, né? Mas terminou, já vai pra estudar. Tô meio receoso, eu acho que tá bugado ali alguma coisa, mas tudo bem. Porque a voz dela era pra estar saindo, né? Mas não tá, então. Ok.
Betty's Adventure Team, assemble!
Aí, lá em cima. Olha, tem um negócio de música aqui, ó.
Adventure time!
Fale com ela. Cauda de tigre? Pessoal, ih, mesmo a voz dela não tá saindo, não sei porquê, velho.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait,
Cor dos olhos dela.
are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders. No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we'd need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Você está chateada?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset, after all. She must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's sparing glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
Tem muitos feitos na bagagem, hein? Pô, só não sei porque a Catina... não sei. Não tá saindo a voz, velho.
But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone, yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to
Ela que
achieve
faz os
the
nomes
impossible.
antigos.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, What else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Talvez isso seja apenas o quanto ela e a Arconte se confiam. Ó, vai relaxando na música. Será que aconteceu alguma coisa com a dubladora dela?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record his heroic deeds.
Esqueceram de pagar,
We
né?
heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
A gente precisaria ganhar o reconhecimento de todos os 6. Yobe, não sei.
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Lali at the Masters of the Night Wind. The one we call Granny Eatstali.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her spirit speaker's stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm unsure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in a room and doesn't like to be disturbed. I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
Ela provavelmente não vai ficar feliz com a gente.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Yeah, at the cost of her spirit speaker stone being split into two.
Great going, Moeka. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Lali would still want to show respect to the Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Oh, é muito estranho. Todo mundo com voz menos ela, né?
Paimon sure hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
All right, Kanich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Até o áudio da outra ficou bugado agora.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the statue of the Seven later.
Cara, eu vou
Sounds
respostar.
good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
Minha coluna aceita, né? Vamos pra onde? Ah, vou pegar o TP logo aqui, né? Mais fácil. Ixi, chega após um tempo. E o Knish também tá sem voz, velho. Não pagaram, né, velho? Não é possível.
Sorry to put this on you, Kanich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
Rapaz, acho que eu vou, depois de terminar esse diálogo, fechar e vou abrir de novo, velho. Não sei se é algum bug, porque não faz sentido todo mundo tá com voz menos.
Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Pode ser bug e talvez verificar os arquivos pra ver.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, Well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality.
Outra informação para compartilhar, praticamente identificamos a pessoa que resgatou. O desaparecimento dele não foi notado.
Seat Lolly knows him too?
Ali. Mexe no vento noturno.
Given how the Masters of the Night Wind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Auroran, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Seat Lolly could be the first one to notice Auroran's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
Até agora ainda não conseguimos confirmar.
Huh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroran and the captain's whereabouts?
Capitano. Sim, se vocês concordarem com a ideia, isso tornaria uma colaboração totalmente benéfica. Tá. Boa ideia, assim podemos bater 2 slime com um golpe só.
Yeah! Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirit speakers down.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan. As expected of Molly Poke Niche. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Seat Lolly can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Vou partir imediatamente. Cuide-se.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Ok. 2 dias, né? Espere até amanhã do dia seguinte. Espere até amanhã. No dia... É, até amanhã. Né? Do dia seguinte, né? Então não dá. É 2 dias. Dois dias? Era 2 dias, né? 6 da manhã, hein? Pô, eu já passei o dia, cara. Mas... Pô... Mas aí eu passei de manhã, né, velho?
Oh, it's
Bem.
time to meet up with Shilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
Ela tá lá no... Como chego mais rápido aqui?
Off we go.
Olha, é Lhama que fala que esse aqui é.
Hey, Shilonen, how's everything
Oh,
going?
esqueci de reiniciar, cara.
Hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have
Depois desse
bad
diálogo
news.
reiniciou.
Seat Lolly did not reply to our request, although I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kenichi a response? Guess she really does have quite the ego then.
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Night Wind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true. Let's go!
Não, calma aí, vou fechar e vou abrir de novo. Vai que tem algum problema. Só pra garantir, né? Vou verificar se tem... Eu já vi... Nossa, não vou abrir isso aqui não. Deixa eu só sair e vou abrir de novo. Vou verificar os arquivos, né? Vai que tá com algum problema. Já é duas pessoas que não conseguem falar, né? Deixa eu, deixa eu botar pra reparar. Vamos ver aqui. Botar pra reparar aí, vai que. Nossa, demora muito. Nossa. 1 hora pra reparar, velho. Vamos ver aí quanto tempo demora. Tá dizendo que tá 1 hora ali, mas tá rápido. Então dá uns 3 minutinhos. Não sei, pior que eu não sei quais arquivos são, né? Eu não sei. Hum, tá rápido aqui, não vai demorar muito não. Pelo menos tá aparecendo aqui, né? Cada arquivo que verifica. Ah, rapidinho vai. Uns 10 minutinhos aí. Só pra ter certeza que não é problema de arquivo, né? Só pra garantir. Eu vou pegar uma água enquanto isso e já volto. Voltei. Pô, tá terminando já. 2 minutinhos só. Aí vai e não acha nada, né? 2 minutinhos. Só pra cargo de consciência, né? Tá tudo certo. Só pra garantir. Aí, não achou nada. É, provavelmente é só bug dele mesmo. Deixa eu abrir. Ih, a internet foi de vala. Começou a dropar do nada. Ele reparou e não quer abrir agora também. Botei pra ele reparar pra ver se tá faltando alguma coisa. Não tá faltando nada não. Ó, tá carregando, preparando dados. Ó. Tá bom. Vamos ver aí, né? Tá longe. Voltou? Eu botei a tela do jogo, né? Botei. Fiz o reparo pra ver, né? Já que a voz do povo tá assim e outros não. Ou é erro deles lá. Vamos ver. Eles chegam no estádio da chama sagrada como esperado.
Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't the subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
Dá pra perceber.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous? You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter. Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know. If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Huh? Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? Seat Lolly.
Hã?
Wait, you're Seat Lolly? You're Granny Eatstily?
Yes, Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley, not Granny.
Ela tá bem
You
nova
must
com a
know this
vovó,
trope
hein?
from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid. Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Pô, nem
I
maquiagem
forget to
salva.
mention, she's called
Deixa.
Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
É, e você reclamando que a Arconte Pyro não falava tudo.
It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
Paimon, sorry. So, how old are you actually?
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you, it's just that your case seems really unique. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
It was my idea to invite you here, Seat Lolly. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." Besides, just showing up is the most important part, no? But, of course, it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking smack about me. Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
Ela tá esperando que a gente troque a conversa, tudo que ela disse parece uma piada, não tenho certeza se deveria rir, seria rude rir, ou ainda mais rude não rir. Ou ainda mais rude não rir, né?
When the Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Anyway, Shilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Olha o
Correct.
vovô aí, ó.
The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
Explica o pedido da fonte.
I see. So Mauika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an outlander. Well, that would be a first. And you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
Vamos saber quando encontrarmos.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you.
Tá. Vai ler minha mão.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. O weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
Como é que é? O que isso quer dizer?
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the Traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
Valeu.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Why?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with St. Lolly to track down Auroron.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come find me.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
A gente vai ficar de boa.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auroron's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him? That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back.
You can count on us!
All right, then let's start by heading to where Auroron was seen last.
Bora. Vocês conversam demais. Tá. Pra onde a fumaça vai? Ficou algum lugar aí sem eu pegar, foi? Deixa eu ver aqui. Ah, é o novo local do novo chefe, né? Tá bom. Não tem nenhum bichinho aqui, não?
Off we go.
Aqui, deixa eu ver uma coisinha. Cadê ele?
It's as good as done.
Ui. Ih, não consigo, eu tô sem cooldown. Tem uma coisinha aqui, ó. Aquilo ali embaixo, tá? Vou averiguar.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him, or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't can each say that she's a big name in Natlan.
Vem nos contar
Feels
pouco mais sobre
kinda
ele.
weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
Se isso é tudo mesmo, então ele não parece ser uma pessoa ruim.
Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things. Here, give me your hand.
A Nemo, ela é... Não, é de gelo. Bro.
How about now?
What do you see?
Posso ver o rastro agora.
Whoa, Paimon can see it now too.
That's right.
Eu sempre
I
pergunto
used
o
a
que você vê,
spell to
pai, mas você
temporarily
vê também.
transfer a portion of
Ué.
my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's. When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron. Good luck, you two.
Over here, this way!
Vambora,
See,
vamos pra
while we
onde?
might say a lot of deep and confusing
Pô, a gente vai
stuff,
pra lá,
this
mas eu
spell
queria
of
ver o
hers
que é
is
isso aqui,
really
velho. Como é bom a gente sobe.
What was that?
Ui, não dá pra ter feito isso.
Oh, Paimon was just
Ai não, aqui é o mundo lá, velho. Isso é impossível. Tá pra onde é a fumaça? Calma aí, eu tenho que voltar, sai daqui. Esqueci, velho, que é o mundo lá, do amiguinho. Bom que eu tô com a arma certinho, né? Essa arma dele tá upada. Ah, os artefatos eu consegui alguns, né? Mas não consegui nada que eu... Vou fortalecer só, né? O que é isso aqui? Calma aí. Você rapidamente converte artefatos de 5 estrelas em materiais. Não, artefato não, 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 não. Não tenho nada nível 2. Entendi ali, ó. Talvez eu esteja interpretando errado ali, né? Botar 12, né? Pegou que atributo mais vida, tá bom. Pegou defesa. Mas esse que dá vida é troll, né, velho? Precisam que dê outra coisa. Vida é só na flor, velho. A vida só pode estar na flor. E ela é a última a upar, né? Vou upar esse aqui mesmo. Ó, acabou. Ah, não acabou não. Tá bom.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him, or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Pode nos contar um pouco mais sobre ele?
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
Só isso. Se é isso tudo mesmo, então ele parece... Ué,
Oh well, he's been
mesma
raising...
coisa,
Let's
pô.
follow the phlogiston... Huh? What? Oh, right.
Mesma
I
coisa.
forgot...
Porque
here.
disse... Não tô como se eu não tivesse feito, né? Isso aqui. Eu já fiz. Só porque eu entrei no negócio lá, contou como eu não fiz, velho. Rapaz.
How about now?
What do you see?
Bora.
Whoa,
That's right. I used a spell...
wow, you can even...
It
já
required when I
fez já,
held...
pô.
Anyway.
Só porque eu entrei no negocinho ali, cancelou, velho.
Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that?
Ó. Ele lança.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now, or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Huh?
E ele está ouvindo o que ela tá falando? Acho que acabei de ouvir uma voz, pera, mas não foi com meus ouvidos, foi tudo na minha mente.
Was that Seat Lolly's voice?
Parece que a Pai me ouviu a mesma voz, mas ela também parece ter entendido o que está acontecendo. Deixa eu pensar. Ah, deve ser o efeito colateral do feitiço que ela lançou.
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends.
Então agora nós podemos ouvir os pensamentos dela pela telepatia. Uau, isso é incrível. Uma vez... Uma coisa dessa só podia acontecer. Tá.
Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
Ninguém tá falando com ninguém. Pode apostar, deixa com a gente. Tá. Investigue.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there.
O acampamento.
Yep. Judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Auroron was indeed being threatened. We've got to find him, fast. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire. No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
A gente ouvindo tudo que ela tá pensando. E nós vamos. Vai ter algum fator aqui? Vamos até as casas. Ei, segura aí. Segura o que aí? Ixi.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me. There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a
É,
fight.
Auroron,
But
falando dele, teve
after
a chance
that,
de
the
revidar.
factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air
Auroron.
support that.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Auroron wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Ela parece bem preocupada. De fato, o julgamento pelo sinal de socorro de antes, julgando, né? Auroron estava sendo preso pelo fator, então considerando a diferença em número, ele provavelmente não conseguiria sair vitorioso.
Given there are two signals leading from here, we should split up as well.
Me separar?
I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later.
Tô indo aqui então.
Auroron, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. You little brat.
And off she goes.
Lá se vai ela, pai tá gostando.
Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Sim.
Once Seatlali left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
A telepatia não tem duas vias.
So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
Eu não acho que ela notou alguma coisa.
She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect. If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Tá. A gente vai achar esse cara.
Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead.
Segue as ondas. Ué, mais pra frente.
10 points for agility.
Rastros dos flogistas. Aqui, flogistas, que fala. Mas
Did you find something?
encontrei rastros, mas o rastro acaba completamente aqui.
Huh. So we can't tell where Auroron might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
Mas não tem razão, isso é tudo extremamente estranho. Além disso,
So,
então
you
você
can
consegue
hear the
ouvir os
sounds
sons
of the
do vento
wind
sobre a
from
terra.
beneath the earth.
E quem é esse? Ah, de quem era a voz ainda agora? Ih, tamo sozinho, cadê a pai? Este desmaiou. Me dê a luz. Ih, a gente foi pro mundo alternativo. O reino da noite. Como eu cheguei aqui? Quem é esse que tá desfilando aí?
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you.
Pô, é um bom começo de conversa, hein?
I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for.
Mas o que isso quer dizer? Você escapou da custódia dos Fatuis? Esse que é o carinha que está caçando?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the
Cheio de
lingering
enigma
smoke.
ele.
My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a
É o
meeting.
capitano?
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
Então vocês estão trabalhando junto, o que vocês querem?
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person. I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
E ele tá dizendo que a Arconte não é
You will see me
confiável.
again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
Tá. Segredos, segredos.
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
Estou bem. Minha alma foi removida, a força do meu corpo ainda agora. Isso explicaria Eu não consegui ouvir consegui, né, ouvir a Paimon nem um pouco.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
E ok.
He froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain
Eu
anywhere?
estou bem, só um pouco tonto.
Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on
Ela tá
this
se
trip with
culpando
me.
agora. Alguém explica pra ela que tá tudo bem. Se eles estavam sendo honestos, deve ter motivos razoáveis para o que fizerem, né? Eu deveria confiar neles. Eu poderia só compartilhar tudo com a Paimon. E com ela agora mesmo. Mas significaria desistir da pista. Eu ainda não tive não tive muitas tratativas com os fatores ou o mestre do vento noturno. Ficar sem falar nada por hora, né?
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. See, Lolly should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
Valeu, pessoal. Estou me sentindo bem agora.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
Tá. Embora a situação permaneça bastante urgente, você dá uma pausa maior. As palavras de Ororum ainda ecoam em sua mente.
Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
Tô.
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Auroron is probably being held
Deve
inside.
estar sim.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head
Sinto
over
muito,
right
mas
away.
não percebi que estava te segurando.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Tá bom, tá bom. Um bom começo, hein? Um bom começo, um bom começo. À noite eu não sei se eu vou jogar isso aqui, eu vou continuar, né? Aí nos vemos por aí. Obrigado a todos por ter acompanhado. Se gostou, deixa o like, se inscreve no canal, ajuda muito. Fiquem bem. Até logo. E fui.
I'm not the friend to come to for words of comfort or encouragement. But when it comes to weighing the costs of your actions, ask away.